shift.
Duke is obviously a very talented basketball team. We didn't do ourselves any favors by how we handled the ball in the first half. We had 15 turnovers and led to far too many points off turnovers for us. Second half we do a little bit better. We only turn it over 6 times, but that hold is probably too much to overcome. So.
Question for Coach.
Can I get a book? This is thank you.
Danny, was there anything they were doing in particular that forced so many turnovers?
Well, some of it is you're trying to attack and get into the paint and make things happen. But we want to get into the paint off of 2 feet and be able to make a good decision from there. We had more than a few turnovers where we didn't go meet the basketball. The ball is being passed to us and we stop and they run through the passing lane to start their fast break or create a deflection. So those are ones that really bother you because you got to go meet the basketball. That's something that we work on and then we try to do all the time, and we didn't do it tonight.
When they don't do that, is that fatigue? Is it just not paying attention to detail, would you say?
I mean, our attention to detail can be much better. Anytime you lose, anytime you win, your attention to detail can be better. But yeah, attention to detail was something that throughout the course of the ball game, there were no surprises in terms of personnel with their team, just like there were no surprises for them with our personnel, especially after having played a game. So, knowing guys' moves and things of that nature, we have to be more disciplined when we're contesting shots and not leave our feet or take ourselves out of positioning.
Sean D had 16 points, 5 assists tonight. How much did a game like this help him regain his confidence a little bit?
This is the best game he's played since Boston College. Boston College, he scored the ball, he shot the ball well. But I thought, tonight he did a really good job of driving and getting to the pull-up. His in-between game was good. He hit a couple floaters. And, 5 assists. He was our leading assist guy tonight. So, he did a good job. It's good to see in that regard. But, definitely disappointed with the loss. But I thought he did some good things. And I thought Olivier did some okay things, rebounded the ball okay. So those 2 young guys, did all right, but not good enough to help us win.
Coach, in 35 minutes off the bench, Brandon had a new career high in minutes. What have you seen in his progression in ACC play, and is your confidence in him growing?
I've always been confident in Brandon. Brandon is someone who comes in off the bench and gives us a spark, offensively and defensively. And tonight, he got into the paint, he made some tough shots. He knocked down some threes for us, and he gave us some energy and gave us some life in that second half.
What did you think of Durrell's performance?
I thought Durrell was really good. 12 rebounds, 18 points. I thought he was good.
Coach, you set Brian Crawford for about 8 minutes in a row in the second half, and obviously he's been scuffling a little bit the last couple of weeks. How important is it for this team for Bryant to be the best version of himself down the stretch run for this team?
Well, it's important for everybody to be the best version of themselves down the stretch. I thought he came out and he pressed a little bit and made some decisions that we regret and he regrets too. But he's got to come back. He's got to watch film. He's got to learn. He's got to get better and not be in this situation again with this amount of turnovers. Brandon played well too, but he had a handful of turnovers as well.
Have you seen any, or did you see any major defensive or way any changes in the defense that Duke played tonight? Have they changed schematically, or is it just a better effort?
I think they did some okay things. I think they put a lot of pressure on you offensively. You know, this is a very potent team. So if you go down and you turn the ball over 1 or 2 times, they can go down and they can make some tough shots, and that puts a little more pressure on you as well. You know, I thought we got some good looks, and things of that nature. You know, we had some guys shoot a decent clip from the field. We just have to do a better job of making our shots.
Coach, 39 free throw attempts for Duke to your 13. Was it anything that they were doing? Were they more aggressive, or?
I think it's 73 in 2 games. I don't want to get fined.
Danny, at what point did you know you weren't going to have Key today, and how did that affect what you wanted to do?
Key has he had a knee sprain, and just not comfortable on it right now. And hopefully, you know, that time will come soon. I knew about it earlier today, but you know, we still had enough guys out there that were more than capable of getting the job done. But we miss his presence, no question about it.
Was it something that got worse after it got better?
He's just not comfortable on it right now. And if you haven't had a knee injury, and I guess speaking on the subject, I guess I've been fortunate because I'm very educated on knee injuries. I've had 3 ACLs myself and 20 scopes. But you know, if you're not comfortable on it, if you're running around out there and you're just waiting for a quick jolt or lightning bolt of pain, you know, that's not any type of way that you want to play. And I'm not saying he feels that way. That's just from my experience. But you know, he's not comfortable on it right now.
Can you address playing Duke in just a matter of just a few days away from each other? And do you like playing each other that close together, or is that something that plays to your advantage, disadvantage? Coach K doesn't like it. He said, he didn't know how you felt about it.
I like it. I like it. No different than playing in the NBA. You know, I like it for a lot of different reasons, especially if you're the scout coach. You know, the last time we played them into this game, there were 2 games in between. So, you know, you get a better book on them, obviously, after you play them the first time. But it's the work that you put in. I mean, you put your work in, but it's not as much as the first time or if you only play them one time.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep.